I know. I was wrong. I said that last week my new book, Uncopyable, How to Create an Unfair Advantage Over Your Competition, would be available for pre-order on Amazon.com. It wasn't. And a whole bunch of you emailed me saying, what's going on? You said this was going to be ready. I could order it and stuff like that. I'm sorry. I have no control over this, right? See, I get, I'm told by my publisher that they're going to go out, that it's being put on Amazon and it should be taken care of within a few days, stuff like that. But as of today, checking today, it still is not on Amazon. Now, here's a couple of things you can do. Now, first of all, every single one of you that is watching this needs to order this book for me, okay? Because I want to ramp up. So for first week sales, it's big. It's really big for authors to sell a lot of books in the first week, because that kind of tells Amazon how well you're doing. It also tells bookstores how you're doing, things like that. And so I am begging you to please pre-order this book. Now, if you go on Amazon and you look for Uncopyable, How to Create an Unfair Advantage Over Your Competition, and you cannot find it, then you can get notice from me in one of two ways. Either go to the link that's over on one of these sides for the weekly video that you can sign up for to get this weekly video, or you can go to the email to the URL link that I'm putting in here right now, and that will go to a special list that we'll find out right away as well. Actually, both lists are going to find out.
Unforgettable.
So last week, enough about me. Last week I talked about using one of the uncopyable strategies that I talk about in the book. There are basically 3 uncopyable strategies that I discuss in the book about how you can separate yourself from the competition and appear to be superior and gain that unfair advantage that we are all looking for. And last week I talked about how you can make a claim about your product or your company or your service that nobody else is claiming, and as long as you can back it up, then it works. Then it works. And I gave the example of my pillow, which claims to be the best, the most comfortable pillow that you can own, and they back that up with a claim. Now, interestingly enough, I've found out since then, it's been shared with me that they have run into some problems with the Better Business Bureau because of their service. Now, think about this for a second. Okay, this does not affect the claim itself that it's the most comfortable pillow that you can buy, but it does impact the perception people have with MyPillow, the company MyPillow, and MyPillow.com, because service obviously is something that is behind the sale. It's part of the relationship that you have. And we all say, now think about this for a second, when you tell people why you are better than the competition, odds are you are saying to them that your customer service is the best, that you take care of your customers better than nobody takes care of their customers better than you do, right? That's what everybody says. In every single company, in every single industry makes that claim. And so all of your competitors are making that claim because customer service is something that's easy to say, very, very hard to both manage as well as to prove, okay? And it's hard to use that phrase because customer service is what is called a vague generality. It could mean anything. It could literally mean, anything from the way you answer your telephone to the way you deliver the product to the way you take care of post-service, after somebody's bought the product. And if you make a claim about your company that it provides superior customer service, well, then really you're not separating yourself from the crowd with that. Now that is certainly, service can certainly be part of the branding strategy that you have. So if I'm still talking about the uncopyable branding strategy, but I'm talking about how to define customer service as being the way that you separate yourself from the competition, then the best example that I can think of, which I talk about in my book, is ta-da, Nordstrom. Now there's a surprise, right? You've never heard that before, that Nordstrom offers great customer service, okay? But actually, that's not what Nordstrom is known for. They're known for world-class customer service. Yes, they also have a 100% risk reversal, like I shared that MyPillow and StoreLock, my client StoreLock did, that I shared last week, that they have 100% guarantees, and Nordstrom does have that. But that's not what they're known for. They're known for their world-class customer service. Now, the question that you have to ask yourself is that the last time, and most of us have been in Nordstrom, probably fairly recently, and ask yourself this question: the last time you were in Nordstrom, did you have world-class customer service? And I am going to venture to say, no. You had good customer service, and it might be considered to be good, a consistently good customer service experience that you have with them. And some people would define that as world class, but that's not how they built their name. You see, in reality, what's going on with Nordstrom is Nordstrom has managed to literally build a myth around their customer service, around their world-class customer service, and they've built that myth through stories that people tell, that people like me, that speakers tell in their speeches at big conferences or sales meetings or trade shows or something, or any other type of event like that. Yes, me, I speak at these things, and the reason why Nordstrom is on the list, and I'm gonna share what I'm talking about with Nordstrom, that's from a little bit of a different twist than what you normally hear about, and that is that the Nordstrom myth is sometimes based on customer experiences that we can't prove actually happened. Like the most famous story about Nordstrom is about the guy who returned 4 tires to a Nordstrom store in Anchorage, Alaska, many years ago, and Nordstrom gave him his money back. Right now, that's the risk reversal, but in reality, what it is it's customer service, because Nordstrom does not sell tires. They don't sell tires. They never have sold tires, or anything like that. But the manager of Nordstrom in Anchorage decided that this was an opportunity for him to show world-class service. And many years ago, I did a little bit of work with Nordstrom and was connected with Jim Nordstrom, who was at that time the president of Nordstrom. And we were having coffee one time, and I had to ask the question. I said, can you tell me exactly whether that story is true or not? Did a guy really return 4 tires? and he looked at me and smiled, and he said, well, I can't really confirm it or deny it because I wasn't there. So, it was a great non-answer, but the point is that has become a myth. Now, what that does, though, is that when people like me talk about it in speeches, we write about it in our books, and you read about them in the articles, it creates a trigger. It creates a trigger in people's minds that when they do have that great experience with Nordstrom, that world-class customer service experience with Nordstrom, they then want to share that. So you see, like even when I talk about Nordstrom in my speeches, and if I give an example, like with my wife, who had a world-class customer service experience. She had an experience where she was shopping for an outfit for our daughter Kelly when she was much younger. Did I say my wife? I'm sorry. My smoking hot wife, Kay. And always got to make sure I get that right. My smoking hot wife, Kay, was shopping for a dress or for an outfit. And she found an outfit at Nordstrom that she really liked for Kelly. And she wanted to get it, but it was missing the belt. So the salesperson said to my wife that she would try to find that belt. And so the next day, she calls my wife, and she said, her words were this. She said, "Hi, this is so-and-so, the salesperson at Nordstrom that you were working with yesterday. I'm on my day off, but I was going by Macy's downtown, and it occurred to me that Macy's might have that same outfit that you were looking for your daughter. So I stopped in, and sure enough, they do have it. And so they are now holding it for you. You can pick it up at the downtown Macy's under your name. Thank you so much. I hope that, sorry for the inconvenience, but I hope that helps. So now, you see, now that's a world-class customer service moment. And it's a story that my wife has shared, I've shared, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of times, because here the woman made it very, very clear. She was on her day off. She went out of her way on her day off to help my wife. So that is a world-class customer service moment. So the point is that I also asked Jim Nordstrom, how do they teach their salespeople to do this stuff? And he said, look, we just ask them to take good care of our customers, but always be aware of the opportunity to be world class, because opportunity, and then you solidify it, you anchor it in the customer's mind as being a world class moment. So the woman, she didn't have to say it was her day off, but she did say it. So that implanted, it was an anchor in my wife's mind that this was something special, that this was world class. And that's a great branding strategy in itself. See, so Nordstrom, who is known for their world class customer service, they, whether you agree with this or not, they actually help spread the myth of their world-class customer service. And they spread their myth by taking those opportunities, taking those moments where they can do world-class customer service, and then they use them to anchor them in the minds of the customers, and the customers then share those stories with their friends, their family, and if they happen to be somebody like me, they share them in their books, they share them in their speeches and workshops and articles and everything like that. So if you're thinking in terms of customer service as separating you from the crowd, number one, it does not separate you from the crowd when you use it as a vague generality term like that, because everybody says they have great customer service. What you have to be able to do is one of two things. You want to change it from a vague generality into a meaningful specific. And that means don't say to people you offer great customer service. You say to them, we offer the best customer service that you can possibly get, and here's how we define it. We are going, when this happens, we do this. When this happens, we do this. Stuff like that. So where you say, if you call us and you can't reach the person that you're trying to reach, we will either try to connect you with somebody else immediately, or if you leave a message for that person, you will get a return phone call within 2 hours. We guarantee that. See, that's a meaningful, specific example of customer service. And then you do it. And when you do it, you're now reinforcing the promise that you made with them. Or number two, the thing to do is to always provide proof of your claim. This is what Nordstrom does. And so proof of your claim is you say, we are going to provide you with world-class customer service. And here's the proof. Here's this story. Here's this story. Here's this story, here's this story, here's this story. So that you are now providing meaningful, specific. You're providing exact proof of your claim, of your promise to them. And that's another example of using uncopyable branding strategy to help separate you from the crowd and to be different, unique, and almost uncopyable from the competition. So this is Steve Miller, better known as Kelly's Dad, Marketing Gunslinger. I want to remind you again, please get my book. If you go on Amazon and search for Uncopyable, or search for me and find Uncopyable, then please pre-order it. It's coming out on February 17th, but hopefully you can order it now. If not, just sign up with me and I'll let you know as soon as I possibly can. Thanks again for joining me today. I will be back next week with another uncopyable weekly rambling. Always remember, be uncopyable. See ya.